Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play.
Well, anytime you guard John Stockton, there's a couple things you have to keep in mind. You know pick and roll is coming with Malone, and you also know Stockton likes to get to his right hand. You're probably best suited sending him left.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know, the pick and roll is part of what he's made his living on as a point guard. He's so good at it. Force him left and try to keep him out of the paint. If you can do that, then you have to feel good about what you've done defensively against him.
Isley is out there with Jeff Hornacek. And there's Foster. And there's Malone. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah.
That's a gift. I mean, you're just giving possessions away now.
Here's Hornacek. Defended by Jones. Passes it to Isley. Hornacek against Jones.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding could play large.
Yeah, in a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital.
John Stockton is the biggest name out of his alma mater, Gonzaga, a really good basketball program the last 2 decades. Really the first big star out of what has become somewhat of a factory for NBA players up in the northwest part of the country.
Here's Anderson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Here's Barry. Well, sure, Clark, you see that every March with all the great players and teams that Mark Few and that Gonzaga program produced. And you're talking about Stockton up there. He's now the middle part of the Stockton legacy. Steve at the school.
Yeah, his grandfather was an athlete for the Bulldogs, and now John's son is a point guard and got some significant playing time as a freshman at Gonzaga.
Pulls up on the wing. Shot is off. And the Lakers go with it the other way. And Jack backs down. Goes up. Deflected by Malone. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. John Stockton, he's checked in for Utah. The Lakers also making some changes. Eldon Campbell, he's checked in for Shaq. Kobe comes in for Blount. And Derek Fisher is subbed in for Barry. Knocked away. Baseline jumper. And that one's good from Fisher. Fisher's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, the Jazz have had so many great seasons over the years. Tough to pick what was their best team. Of course, they did make the finals in both 96 and 97.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Trying to pick the best Jazz year for this duo, not an easy task. Winning-wise, though, Clark, it had to be 97.
Well, in that year, Steve and Kevin, they had 64 wins. But Stockton and Malone had their best statistical years back in 90 and 91. I think they probably would give the nod to wins, and that's what we'll do, too.
On the basket by Jones.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Fisher against Stockton. The dish to Hornacek. Back to Stockton. From the top of the key. And the shot is good. Stockton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, this is scary. You get a score rolling like this, you're in some trouble.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that on an island. I mean, you got to bring some help.
Lets it go with the 3. Eldon Campbell with the rebound.
Hard to believe your eyes seeing Kobe at such a young age here. When he first started playing in the league, he was the youngest player ever to get into an NBA game.
Kobe, that's good. 1:46 left to play here in the second quarter. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin. And I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
Clowney checked in for the Lakers. Barry comes in for Jones. Here's Fisher. He has 5. We're just talking about Kobe's younger years. It took him about a year before he was able to bust out and be the force he became.
Yeah, you know, it takes time. And obviously, when you see the kind of talent that Kobe brought to the NBA as a teenager, you expect it to happen. You just don't know how soon. I mean, there's work involved. You can see very early on that he was destined to be one of the all-time great guards and great players in the league because you saw the talent, then you also saw the work ethic and the drive.
Another great job of moving the basketball and finding a good shot.
Steve, that's been the theme for them so far. I mean, they've really worked well as a unit together, and the assist totals echo that. Boy, I am absolutely loving this. They're pumping bodies down there and taking no prisoners, coming away with every board.
Yeah, that willingness to fight for every loose ball is a big reason why they have the lead right now, Clark.
Look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Lakers leading by 8. Stolen. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
Just a total lack of focus, was not paying attention to where he was.
And the Jazz with some changes. Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. Russell comes in for Anderson, and Isley subbed in for Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, winding down, they're going to go for the last shot here in the quarter.
Yeah, I like the recognition there. They're going to play for the last shot, just as you said.
Pass to Ori. With 1 on the clock, and he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. The clock runs out. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
You know, Stockton over the years was so even-keeled on the floor with his demeanor and his production. I mean, neither one of those really wavered much from season to season. One of the most dependable players in all facets of the game that we've seen.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Ori, Derek Fisher out there with Kobe. Then it's Jones, and it's Shaq in at the center filling out the middle. Lakers leading by 8. For consistency, Clark, you're right. That was Stockton's game. Never really wavered in his output year to year, season to season. Always, around about 15, 17 points a game and 12, 14 assists a game. Steve?
Well, the thing I loved about Stockton was that he would read each game and figure out what was needed from him in order to win the game. He could score, but he was really most concerned about getting everybody else involved. But really, whatever it took, that's what John Stockton would do.
Jones gets whistled for blocking. That's his first foul.
Just did not get to the spot in time, and that's going to be a blocking foul.
Well, I thought the defender made a good effort, and it's a hard call to have go against you, but it's the right one.
3-pointers, Stockton.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Well, you see Eddie Jones out there. What a solid player. He's very good offensively and also quick and active at the defensive end.
Well, you like his quick feet, Steve, and those long arms certainly served him well defensively. He was a big part of why this Lakers team was so formidable while Kobe was growing up.
Foster is tagged with the loose ball foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. Coming on the floor for your Jazz. Lakers leading by 8. And stolen by Stockton. Throws up the alley-oop. Shaq takes it away. And here's the Lakers. And Kobe throws it down.
Young Kobe just punishing the rim.
Here's Stockton. He's got 16. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
And here comes Kobe. Feeds to Fisher. Picked up by Stockton. Lifts up. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, not much of a job there protecting the rim. I mean, poor.
Well, they just pretty much opened the door for him.
Yeah, he didn't waste the opportunity, did he? You know, John Stockton has that nice guy face, a very stoic attitude, but don't let that fool you. He's one of the nastiest competitors to ever play in this league.
Timeout called the Lakers. You're right about Stockton. We're just talking about him. He did the little thing that sometimes could be viewed as chippy. But Clark, a very solid, strong competitor.
Yeah, I would just look at him as just that, Kevin and Steve, a really solid competitor who played with a bit of an edge. But that's the way the game should be played. It's business out there. It's not fun and games. It's a game, but it's not fun and games. It's work. I wouldn't call him a dirty player because he didn't break rules. I mean, he played within the rules. He played.
Oh, up and down hard.
A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom. Well, maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark. You're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
And stolen by Stockton. And he races to the bucket for two. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Here's Fisher. He has 5. On the wing, Kobe. From 20 feet out, and he knocks down the jumper. Kobe's got 17 now.
Kobe has been rock solid throughout the entire course of this game. Well, you take a look at the accolades between Stockton and Malone. I mean, 23 trips to the All-Star game between them. Well, that's Hall of Fame worthy on its own.
Here's Fisher. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Tipped. Kobe with the steal. Goes up. A young Kobe going airborne.
Well, that's great. You take advantage of that turnover and convert at the other end.
Absolutely. I mean, points off turnovers this time generated off the steal. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Clark, you mentioned their accolades. 15 All-NBA first-team appearances, 8 second-team appearances, 4 third-team. Steve, they were just fixtures as the league's best for so long.
Well, Stockton and Malone, I mean, just saying those two names together has a ring to it for an NBA fan. Just, you know, that those two names signify pick and roll and teamwork and the Utah Jazz. You say their names and so much comes to mind. They were an unbelievable tandem.
Even numbers, 4-on-4. Uncovered. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Tell you what, to be successful, this team needs his scoring, and they're really counting on him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lakers leading by 14. Here's the break, and stolen by Stockton. From outside the arc, good. Stockton's got 9 points now in the quarter. There's 10 seconds left in the third. And Fisher kicks to Shaq. A fader. And no good trying to get that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.